welcome to the Rambling Gypsy podcast. My name is Tiffany Foy, and we are back on our porch today. We are fortunate to be fortunate, and guess who's back? Tiff Kel.
Here I am.
Yes, we have a lot to talk about. We have so many things to tell you guys. I know we have been talking about summertime, and we've been eagerly awaiting the arrival of our little birdie.
Special delivery.
My grandbaby, and everybody kind of knows that Kel's the math teacher kind of by trade. Well, she's actually
so here's the thing.
Therapist. She's got some dirt too.
You're clearly blowing my cover.
Just all right.
They really thought I was a math teacher.
But y'all, she's don't ask for help on the weekends or on a day off. So, I mean, you know, she's going to do it anyways, but whatever. That's just kind of
Save yourself. I'm off today.
Kind of our fun stuff. And yeah, that we,
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So yes, I've been called a nurse. I'm not actually a nurse. It's a respiratory therapist.
Right.
90% of my friends think I'm a nurse. I mean, I'll still look at it if it's weird or, you know, it's oozing something. I'll tell you if you need to talk to a grown up about that. But yes. So now that I work in the same town that I live in, I do come across people that I know. Mm-hmm. And, you know, this time in particular, I got to witness a miracle.
Yeah. It was, so ironically enough, in the industry, you kind of tell everybody how your scheduling and all that kind of stuff works. It's not a normal, which I guess is so much since the COVID and all the BS and what have you. I mean, y'all,
we don't say the C word anymore.
If you get butt hurt by it, I mean, it's fine. Carry on. But anyways, everybody's schedules kind of changed. And so, but y'all, the way that y'all run, it's not an 8 to 5 gig. It's not a Monday through Friday gig.
We generally do like 3/12. So you do like 7 to 7, 3 days a week, and then you're off for 4 days.
Right. So
but it's I mean, everybody's like, oh, yay, only 3 days, but 12 hours in 3 days is a whole lot. You got to sleep in there.
Lot.
I got to squeeze in some drinking, some porch time, some sleeping, all the things before I go back and do it again.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, just keep your mind right. That's a lot. I mean,
yes.
I know at the river and working and doing 12 and 20 hour shifts in the heat, and especially 4th of July weekend, like we just had, because the holiday was in the middle of the week, it makes it to where we almost have three holidays. So
kept
it's
the party going
to back. So people come in because it's a 3-night minimum. So people come in, and so it will kick your ass.
No doubt.
Shifts like that will kick your ass. And especially with you, I mean, you're saving lives and you know, you're
God's
not just
work.
doing 2 + 2.
I ain't here for the money.
Like we've been telling everybody that you've been doing, but yeah. So,
well, you know, so 4th of July
came and went, and we had, we got news from the doctor that, our little was doing well. We knew that she was, 6.5 pounds.
Ready.
Yep. She was down where she needed to be. And because my daughter-in-law is just so teeny and tiny, that they were not going to let her go to the full 40 weeks. They were going to go ahead, and if her water didn't break by 39 weeks, then we were going to induce. And so with Kel already having her schedule, and you know, it's
that baby,
everybody thinks your baby is the one and only, and that but
and
I just wanted to know. I mean, Kel, can you just like tell them that this is what your schedule needs to be? Once we find out,
as soon as I tell you when the baby's coming, can you just go to work?
I need you have to be there. So, and then you were gone. You went to Cali to go visit.
Yes.
And so it was like, you need to hurry up and get your vacation. I know it's your vacation, but it's not your vacation, Kel. This is about me now.
We have a baby impending. I might need you.
No one knows the situation. But yeah, this is very, very important. So you went to Cali, and
that was amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
I forgot what 74 degrees felt like.
Yeah. We don't know here. Clearly we don't know.
Oh, I got some good beach in my life, and we did all that, and it was incredible. Train and weather and beach and friends, and definitely what I needed. But you were texting me in the meantime. Hurry up and come home.
Yeah.
How many days are you till you come home? And I'm like, oh gosh, it's impending. Like I have to be there. We've been talking about this forever. And then 4th of July came, and we got the message the water had broken.
Yes. So she had gone to some friends of hers have got a pool, and so she went and she sat. Oh my gosh, excuse me, y'all. I think I've got goat hair in my nose.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah, I have no idea. Steiner was on my lap the whole way here, but so she went to the pool and just kind of relieving all the pressure, And so stayed in the pool for like 3 hours, and
Probably getting her exercise.
yeah, she said, just to relieve all the pressure. And and so many people have water birth, so I mean that makes perfect
That's
sense.
a thing.
You get and
So she went in.
So she had lost her mucus plug that like literally while she was still there, and she was like, she said, I kind of felt something kind of weird, but I really didn't know what that was.
And when you're new at this, I don't know.
And 2 of the girls that were there have already had littles, and they never noticed that. And I mean, some people do, some people don't. Some people catch it, some people don't. I caught it with Gage, but I didn't.
Everybody's different. Right? And as much as you want to have a birth plan, and you want to do it naturally, sometimes it doesn't work that way.
Right.
So that's what happened in this particular case.
Yeah. So she went home. They had gotten into bed, and of course, Picky's is their golden doodle, and so Gage and her and Picky's were laying down, and she said all of a sudden she just felt this huge gush, and she said, and listening to Gage tell the story is just so cute because he's just like, oh shit. I mean, up and go. We got to get there. And this and that. And
the bags are packed.
And and you always think,
do we have the car seat?
We've got it all ready. Everything's ready. But then you go into complete panic mode. And she said they just went into, holy shit, do we really have everything ready? And, when they tell you that you're going to have, and that's kind of how it was with Gage when I had him was, it's a scheduled, be there. We're going to induce. You need to be there at 7:30. And that was my whole plan. I stayed home. I was up all night long. I was miserable. I was cramping, and I was thinking, oh, it's just my nerves. I'm just nervous. And
well, the first time you don't know.
You don't know. And then I got there, and they said, well, what were you going to do? Just like have it in your bathroom? And I was like, well, what do you mean? You said be here at 7:30. And they were like, yeah, well, you're 100% effaced. You're dilated to a 3, and you are literally in full on labor. And I was like, oh. Okay. And then I sat there for 3 days trying to squeeze this elephant out of my vagina. And eventually I did, but good Lord, I went straight into this. I mean, positions, you're going, I ain't doing all that. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. I was squatting like I was in the damn National Geographic magazine.
You gonna do whatever you
like I was freaking Goonie Goo Goo out there just doing, I was like, what?
So she went in that night, and then I wasn't supposed to be at work till 6:30 in the morning, and I got there.
On Wednesday. Yeah, so it was Tuesday night, 4th of July, water breaks, boom, they go to the hospital, and I'm like, so should I go? And they're like, no, they said we've got plenty of time. And then, yes, you go in Wednesday morning at 6:30, which when you think about, does God really have a plan? Oh, God had a plan.
Clearly.
I mean, it could not have happened any better.
And that was the last day I was supposed to work that week, and then I was going to be off for 5.
Yeah.
So, I peeked in, they were still sleeping, and I was like, I'll come back.
Yeah.
And then I went back, and I gave her a hug, and Gage was like, she's done. She's ready to get this baby out. And I was like, oh, girl, I've been there. Like, it's going to be fine. And if you don't see me, that's good. And if you do see me, don't panic. Because I don't go to all the blurs.
Yeah, that's what you need to kind of explain to everybody how that works. So in your position,
because there's only 2 respiratory therapists at the hospital, we cover the whole hospital. So I'm only required to attend high-risk deliveries and all of the C-sections.
Right.
So if you have a baby the regular way and everything goes smooth, you probably won't see me at all.
Right.
But if I come rushing in,
then
don't worry.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
So, they said she wasn't progressing. The baby's strip started to look bad, meant the baby was getting in distress. So they decided they were going to call the C-section.
Yeah.
So immediately the nurse calls back and says, Kelly, they're requesting you, like me instead of the other therapist. They're like, it's their friends and they want you in there. And I was like instantly like, okay, I'm ready. And then it just, you realize how much different it is when you know someone and you love someone versus a stranger. Of course, I give it my all, but it's just the same as if your own child hurts themselves and you know what to do. It's like you go into like, I forget everything I know. I'm just like, okay. And, we went in there and I felt like I was at least trying to be funny and comforting, and this is going to be fine. Like using all my gifts at once here. And, that baby came out, and she was just having a little trouble breathing. She didn't get that squeeze, so she drank a bunch of fluid, and You know, I was like, being real bossy, of course, to Gabe. Yeah. The dad never knows what to do. All of a sudden, you've loved one person, and now it just split into two, and now you don't know where to go. I check on my wife. I check on the baby. What do I do? And now we're taking the baby. You go with the baby. Yeah. Get your phone out. Take the picture. Go show her the baby. Take the stuff off. Yeah. Now then he's just like, I'm so glad my other mom is here bossing me around.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think, for the most part, most people never get to see what I actually do. Right. And I don't even advertise I don't want people to know that I could bring your life back. If
math teacher.
Right. We're just going to go with math teacher because I don't want to use my special set of skills. Right. But I think they were kind of, impressed, wow, this is a real ass thing. Yeah. And, when you're scared and your baby's involved, you better hope somebody knows what they're doing. So.
And being on the outside because obviously we weren't there, we couldn't be there. So it's, from my perspective, and I'm sure so many other people, you don't even have that option. I mean, you sit by the doors, you wait, you patiently wait, you're pacing the floor, you're walking
wait for an update.
Yeah. And knowing that you were in there, I mean, when I was talking to my dad today, I said, there's no way to really, and here comes my tears, there's no way to really explain how grateful, if I can't be there, knowing that you were in there. I mean, it's a whole different level. And
what
just like
a blessing.
The kids said, it was like they just felt like this, like they said. I mean, even if you couldn't be in there, and of course that's not what I do. That's not what I do.
I can't help. I'll freak out with you.
You want to call me and you got a problem. I'll jump in there and do that.
Well, I say we got to have different skills,
Yeah, you got a four-legged friend.
I don't know what's wrong with this thing.
I will blow in its nose or whatever it
Cut
takes.
its balls off or something,
whatever.
But I don't access any of those skills.
Yeah, no, that's where I step in. But it's so crazy how I just felt like a huge sense of security and how amazing it was knowing that you were in there and just knowing that
there are no accidents, ma'am.
Everything, boom.
I was like, that baby knew it was time. She timed it just right.
Yeah, she did.
So she's here, and she's off all of her
she's
oxygen.
Doing amazing. Yes.
She got to go home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she went home yesterday. She got to go home yesterday. She had her first checkup this morning. She doesn't even have to go back in 5 days. She's good to go for 2 weeks. She is just a little butterball, y'all. She is just absolutely perfect.
I think she was like 6'12".
Yeah, I think the official was 6'15", but they haven't. Right. Yeah, 6'15", and I think she was 20 inches long. But
I cut that cord off before we weighed her, though.
Yeah,
legit.
Yeah. It's so crazy that she was there and got to do all the things.
I held her first.
Yes. No, yeah. And Kel keeps saying, she said, when Drake's all the way till, to when she can talk, she's just tell everybody what you always say. She says,
I'm going to say, Aunt Kiki was there the day you were born. And she's like, Aunt Kiki, you tell me that every time.
Every day. I know. I know you held me first.
Yep. I can't wait. Mm-hmm. So what a blessing. And we got...
It's so good. It was so good. Yeah. So she's doing great. Mom's home. She is doing great with her C-section. She's never had any kind of a surgery or a breakage or anything.
And nobody plans for that. No. If it's emergent.
And if you've ever had one, it is
the scariest of all the things.
Oh, it is, because you just don't know. You don't know what to expect.
Save me, save the baby. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all that's behind us.
Yes.
And now we just get to celebrate.
We just get to do all the fun stuff. And yes, and she's doing great. She Picky's is the golden doodle, and Picky's is doing really good. They sent me a picture of this morning, and she just literally has just stayed by the bassinet the entire time. And
that's her baby.
Yeah, they said they got 2 hours of sleep last night, and
yep, welcome to it.
Welcome.
Never
welcome.
A boring day.
Nope. And Gage is just, my gosh,
over the moon.
I mean, the best of the best. I mean, I was telling you and Nick, I said, you just know that all the things as a parent where you fuck up and you think, oh shit, that was fucking stupid move.
Should have not done that.
Yeah, should have not. Yeah, exactly. But all the things I've done wrong and all the things I've done right, and the lessons I've learned and choices that I've made, watching him hold that baby and become a father, and I'm so beyond proud of that man. I mean, he looked at Riley, when we were in the hospital, and Riley said, I just feel so helpless, with the C-section and trying to waddle around and can't get up. And Gage is putting on the gloves and he's helping her, and I'm holding the baby, and he's, changing her dressings and her bed and everything. I mean,
it's really real.
Everything he is doing for this woman. And it is the sweetest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. And then Riley sat down and she said, I just feel so helpless. And Gage, and here we go. Gage turned around and looked at her and said, you cooked her for 9 months, and it is now my
turn
to take care of you two for the rest of my life. And I was like,
oh, here we go.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you've done your job as a parent. And yeah. So beautiful.
Welcome.
So beautiful. And I thought we weren't supposed to cry on the porch. We both
There's no crying on the porch.
Big old crocodile tears. But yeah, that is
the newest member of our tribe has arrived.
She's arrived. Her name is Drake, and she's absolutely fabulous. And I was talking to my dad this morning, and he's still in rehab and doing all the things, and
not for drugs.
No. He's had a little leg surgery, and so anyway, he said, I've already got a nickname for her, Dad. And I said, well, we call her Birdie. And I said, she's been our little birdie. And Dad says, well, I'm naming her Goose. And I was like, okay, that is the cutest thing.
Duck.
Yes, that's what he said. And he said, well, isn't Drake like part of the goose family? And I said, well, it's a male duck, Dad. And he goes, well, that's close enough. Duck, goose, duck. And I was like, okay, that is the cutest thing ever. So
where my little goose at?
I'm telling you. So yeah, Pawpaw is already named, and this is his first great grandbaby. So he's ecstatic. So he's going to have another surgery next week. So hopefully the second one will work. And yeah, everybody fingers crossed. But yeah, we've been spending, just like I told you the other day,
too much damn time.
I have been spending more time in the damn, I need
Clock
your
in.
credentials, and maybe I can get a little bonus or something.
I'm saying, you spend more time than me there, and I get paid.
I was like, where's your, I know where your parking spot is. Maybe I should just,
for real,
we should swap. I should get your little
call at
thingy,
the lunch lady for
so
me.
I know, yeah, exactly. Get a discounted, some kibbles, maybe some snacks, or
frequent
something.
flyer card, or
right?
Something.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you for everything that you did, and
it's my pleasure.
It was
life-changing.
Yeah, so if y'all don't thank your first responders and people that are behind the scenes, and the nurses and the ambulatory staff and the fire department and the policemen and
until you need them, you don't realize.
You just really don't realize. I mean, it's such an important, and they chose this deal, and
we're doing God's work.
I mean, really,
it's about brownie points, not money. Clearly,
what made you get into that profession? I mean, honestly, I don't know that we've ever even had that conversation. What made you choose that?
My dad was a Navy corpsman, so that's medical. That provides. Right. They provide the Marines with all. They're like the doctor in the military. So I knew I would do something.
That's what my brother-in-law is.
Medical, and when I started at Texas State, they didn't have a nursing program. They do now.
Yeah.
And somebody said, "You ever heard of respiratory therapy?" And I was like, "What's that? Breathing?"
Right.
Yeah, let me go see. I'll go look at all the classes. Like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
I don't get grossed out by snot, and I don't have to wear glasses.
So, well, could you tell me what's in my nose right now? Because it's tickling me.
I'll get in there, girl.
I know you will. Listen, I know you will. I don't know that everybody's ready for that on the porch.
We have to have different gifts.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
So, yes, I'm glad I stuck it out long enough to see another miracle. And,
crazy.
I'm always threatening to find my dream job any day now. Someone's going to pay me to talk shit and find treasures.
That's why we're here. That's what we do on your day off, Kel. That's why we have a porch.
On your day off.
No. I mean, you can, but that takes some serious effort. But
okay, we're done crying.
Yeah, we're done.
We have, what do we have here? A word of the day.
Oh, yeah. So our word of the day, you guys, today's word of the day is piddle. So
she uses this frequently.
I do. And so piddle is when one pees and makes a puddle, it turns into a piddle. So
piddle puddle.
Yeah, it's a piddle puddle. Yeah.
Because you have so many creatures, you deal with piddle.
I do a lot of piddles. A lot of piddles. Yeah. You can piddle on your time off. You can piddle in the turlet, which Renee was on my podcast. Well, we did it in the she shed, and we were talking about it. And she said, "Did you just say boop and piddle?" And I was like, yeah. You don't boop?
You don't holler? I need a translator.
I know, yeah. She's like, what in the hell are you talking about? I was like, piddle, I'm going to go piddle real quick, and then we'll get the show on the road.
Not everybody understands your gypsy.
Yeah, so piddle. Yes, yeah.
Well, that'll be available for purchase real soon. So
in
case you need to follow along. But what's she say?
What in the hell is
That's
she talking
in the glossary
about?
or something. Hold on.
Yeah.
Phone a friend.
I know, yeah. So that's what it is piddle. Yeah. So
And, yeah. You deal with a lot of piddle.
I do. A lot of piddles. Yeah. Well, Steiner, you guys got to see Steiner on the she was in the hanging out in the she shed, and she's been traveling all over. She's my little tiny goat. Her name is Holstein Steiner.
She's so
and
cute.
You love her.
I
and
do.
yes, she we bought her life jackets, and she knows how to swim. And she was at the resort this weekend, because she goes everywhere with us. Well, now she has figured out how to look out the window. So now she's figured out how to like your dogs do. So now she's figured out how to stand up on the
windowsill
arm, in the
in the car.
Rest, in the car, in the car when we're driving. So I'll crack the window, and of course she's got her little car seat and her leash and her things.
Does that lady have a goat leaning out the window? Yeah. Oh, must be Tiff.
I mean, yeah,
And you handed that off to somebody, just like in your police story I just heard.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hold this goat right quick.
I did, and that was MVPD. And ironically enough, last weekend when we were at the resort, of course, she was with us. And you guys have heard me mention Rio. And if you guys have not looked up Rio Tripiano, you need to. He is absolutely amazing. And along with Dave Finley, another amazing musician. So he has gone way up to the top, but he is one of those which I love, which is like so many musicians, which one was Chris Stapleton that we've talked about before, and when he came back after winning all of his Grammys and his awards, and
we thought he's not going to come back.
He said he was going to come
he
back
honored
and do the
all
show,
of those
and
tickets.
he did, and he came back and he did the show here in New Braunfels, and we were a very big part of that, and so he did, and Dave Finley is one of those guys, and he comes down and he plays at Mountain Breeze, which is another outfitter on River Road, very good friend of mine, Paul Rich, that owns, and he is golden. His place is beautiful. You guys, if you can't come stay at Gypsy, you need to go hang at Mountain Breeze.
Hang on down
Mountain
around
Breeze
the corner.
is a little bit different level of campground than mine. Clothing is a little bit optional there. We're a little more family oriented at Gypsy River Resort. To each their own. I am not racist. I am. But in a certain aspect of,
just like Google,
what I mean?
Google look at the pictures and see which is better suited for your type of camping.
Sometimes it's nice to have family. Sometimes if you just want to let your hair down or your
Tits
drawers,
out.
then that may be the campground for you. Anywho, Dave was playing, and so Rio went and sat in with him, and so we went over there to go catch a little bit, and I took Steiner with us, and the SOs were there, and you guys have heard me mention the sheriff's department and the sheriff's officers that are so grateful, talking about your first responders or whatever, and
the shit they have to deal with.
Oh Lord, have mercy,
especially
and
drunk on River Road.
Oh yeah, we were talking, and one of them is a very good friend of mine. Well, most of them, and I said, look, y'all need to go listen to the episode where I'm talking about MBPD and me handing him the goat and blah blah blah. And I said, it's y'all's turn, and Jason kept saying, no. And I said, you cannot tell me.
They're like,
no,
I'm not doing that.
First of all. And I looked at the other one. I said, you hold Steiner. And he was like, you could tell he was new. Jason turned around and looked at him. I wasn't, me, I'm not quitting. And Jason goes, y'all, she's not kidding. She's not going to quit. If we don't hold this damn goat, she is
Somebody
gonna
hold the
stand
goat.
Here. Yep.
Hey,
and
new guy.
So sure enough, I've got the picture of the three SOs holding Steiner, and I said, look, it's going to be a deal. I mean, if you want it, we're going to do a competition.
Yep.
Goat holding, NBPD, Comal County Sheriffs. Who's winning?
I know who I'm voting for, but
exactly,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Y'all better hold that goat.
And they did. And I got pictures. So yeah, we'll have to put it on the podcast because it was hilarious, but it turned into a little joke. But yeah, Steiner got to go
it's
to
a funny joke. Hold my goat and watch
my goat.
this.
Yeah, it is.
I'll be right back.
I did, and I left him with the goat, and I went and took some videos of Dave and Rio playing. And
I got shit to do.
If y'all don't mind, pause all the emergencies. And this is very important. I need them to hold the goat real quick so I can
I don't know what to do. I got to catch a speeder, but
I know. Yeah. I got to go catch some vids of Rio and Dave on stage. So if y'all don't mind holding this, I will be right back. So that's what I did.
Imagine my surprise.
Yeah, so it was good.
That's good. I can't wait to get those pictures.
Yeah, we'll show everybody.
And don't we have this?
So I do have a big surprise to tell everybody about. So we do a benefit here in New Braunfels, and Corey, which is a very, very, very special individual. You know Corey, and we did Mikey's benefit with him. And he does a lot of benefits. We raise a lot of money for good causes here in our little hometown. And this one was from Alan Goodman, who passed away of cancer years ago. And
incredible man,
an incredible individual,
musician.
Very, musician, very big part of our town. And Corey put on the first Good Fest and came straight to me and Jeremy, and we helped him with that one. And we were the big sponsor for Good Fest every year. And things have just gotten busy. Corey's moved on to huge things. He is just doing amazing, and we are bringing back Good Fest. So
it's been a few years.
It has been a few years. It has been a few years, yes. And so we are bringing back Good Fest. This will be a huge comeback. It is going to be August the 4th. And the Rambling Gypsy podcast is the big sponsor this year. So yeah, Corey's going to come. He's on tour right now with the band. He is with Chainsmith and the Saints. And so they're on the road. They've been on the road for a minute. Comes back 22nd, I believe. And so Corey's going to come on the porch on the 23rd. And we're going to tell everybody about the Good Fest. We're going to talk about, we're raising money for a little boy, 12 years old, cancer. So yes, Good Fest, August 4th, New Braunfels, Texas. It is going to be at Billy's Ice House. We will have all the flyers. We will have everything when we air the podcast, when Corey comes and tells everybody about it. But I'm super, super, super excited.
That's
and
wonderful.
It's for a great cause. When we did the stuff for Mike and Julie, we literally... Corey's just got it down to a science, and we all jump in as a community.
That's a special gift too, because
that's a lot. That's what I've always said about so many different things. When I was just telling our team here that when you give me too much time, or somebody comes, and we've had weddings and stuff that we've done, and people will come up and say, "Oh, it's going to be. I need to talk to you, and I need to meet with you because it's going to be in November of 2025."
Parts.
And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I need you to holler at me in October of 2025, and then I'll be ready." But you can't. That's just too much time.
Right.
I can't. My brain does it. Renee and I kind of talked about that. And Renee's like, "No, I have to."
You have to hit the alligator that's closest to the boat.
I got to plan it all out. I got to get months prior to that. I am not your girl for that. If you've got to, no. Are you?
I have a million things to deal with between now and then. So as soon as it's time.
But we're very strict about our calendar. But that's a totally different deal. Like when we put it on the calendar,
it's mostly to look forward
just on the calendar
for fun.
Yeah.
Like I want to have something to look forward to.
Right. But we're not going to sit here and say we put our trip on the calendar for August of 2025 and we're going to start packing for it right now.
Do we have a trip?
No.
Because I'll put it on there.
I know. Nick, throw something on the calendar for us. We need a getaway. But we're not going to, you know what I'm saying? So
some people are like that, though.
Right. They do. And when Corey and I can get together and work on these deals, when we say we've got 2 weeks to throw it together, I'm talking that's all we freaking need in 2 weeks. And it's wham, bam. And I mean.
Well, you both have done it
almost,
so many.
And when we did Mike and Julie still, I mean. Shit, we in less than 2 weeks, we did $61,000 we raised.
And bands and
boom, musicians. And that is something about our town and our community.
Contributions.
And we are so blessed and so grateful. All you small business owners, and believe me, I know I've got plenty of them. We do. And
it does make a difference.
It does make a difference. And yes, and we
even just your wine basket that you're like, oh, I got to throw something together. But like, to have more items and raise more money and, just help out those because, it happens to us all.
It can't. Yes. And that's one thing that I always try to is, you put the shoe on the other foot, and it really does. I mean, I always think, if I was in, God forbid,
right, who would do this for me,
yes,
or who would,
right. It's just such a blessing in disguise.
Doing God's work, see?
There it is. Mm-hmm. There it is. And and that's a very valid point, because you really don't think about that.
The behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh yeah, it's a good time. There's music. I can buy something.
Right. Yeah.
But
let's go have a beer and go listen to the music.
All the hard work that went into the people that are running around behind the scenes, making sure everything goes smoothly, like that also is a gift.
Yep.
I start to lose my mind if there's too many moving parts. I'm like, everybody sit down.
Yeah.
Put some down.
Stop moving.
Return to your assigned seats immediately.
That's one of my favorite lines. Return to your assigned. I'm usually talking about my boobs, but
Well,
I mean, y'all
back
get in there. Yeah, return to your assigned seating. Yeah, but it is.
So that's exciting coming up. I guess we need
super excited about that.
Guess I'll need a plan to be there.
Of course, yeah. I mean, when we did Jewel Still, I mean, it was right after my hip surgery. Remember, and I got in trouble because I was not walking around with y'all.
I made her get a cane, though.
I got yelled at. My doctor was like, so where's your apparatus? And I was like, well, which one?
You can't lie and say I've been using a cane and walking with no cane.
I walked in with nothing. He was like, well, I was like,
it's in the car.
What do you mean? He was like, you don't have like a walker or something? I was like, a what?
Non-compliant.
Who?
Non-compliant.
Dad, you talk about getting fired on your day off.
Oh.
He was like, you thought your knee surgery is bad too. And he goes, wait till that hip pops out and you're walking around with it in your hand. And I was like, so
ew,
that's a thing?
I've
seen
like,
that. Oh, it's absolutely a thing.
I mean, when it pops out.
Yeah. He was like,
yeah,
you're going to be just walking around with
I don't want to have
to
do that to you.
That's disgusting.
You'd be like, I'm fine. Just put it back in,
I
Kelly.
It's just going to hurt for a second. Just kick it, Kel. We got things to do.
I'm in charge of the breathing.
There's something on the calendar. We got to go do something.
Get it back in there.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So then we sure did. We got on some fancy little whatever. Ordered me a little cane. It was cute.
Yeah. I wanted you to get one with the sword in the inside. It's like a...
No, that would have been fun.
I know.
That would have been trouble.
I know.
You would have
we would for sure.
Busted page that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, girl.
Woman whips out hip in one hand, sword in the other. Where'd she get the sword? Off of her cane that Kel ordered her on Amazon.
You know what she's gonna do? Poke people with this stick.
Yeah, she's gonna take her little cane and go to her little sword and.
It was like you kind of had a weapon. I mean, even with the cane, it was blinged out. It was cute.
Oh, it was cute. Oh yeah. And my crutches that I decorated. That was so fun.
Yes.
We need to show people that. Yeah.
We do. Because
if you guys ever need some blinged out crutches,
we're missing the market on this.
I know. We even talked about it.
Yes, we have.
I am your girl. I'm seriously.
Pockets and sparkles.
I mean, send me something. Whatever.
I need
text message.
What's up with the blinged out crutches?
I
My
did.
cheerleader broke her leg.
I know. I took them to the kids and I was like, look, I don't like this color. Everybody has this color. And Gage was like, Mom,
it's hospital issue gray.
Yeah. I was like, we don't have like a sparkle or something. I mean, they're so boring.
She's like, oh no, give me a minute.
So he powder coated them, and I said, I don't care what color, just pick something that you have laying around. That's something that's left over. So they were like a burnt orange, like a UT orange, kind of with, I mean, a nice sparkle. I don't know who. I think they must have done somebody's rims. Oh, you know what I think it is? I think it's underneath Gavin's truck. Because it matches his interior.
Oh.
Well, so they brought me back these sparkly orange crutches, and then I have my little Cricut machine or crack cut or whatever the hell you call that little thing, my little vinyl deal, and set it next to the side of my bed. Got my stuff all plugged up, and had one leg in my machine, my little thing that moves your leg all night long. And I set it in there and just cycled.
I need some little ice in here.
I know. It made me some little leopard print stickers. And I leopard printed my crutches.
Yeah, you did.
And then I made some padding and things. And then I put a little purse on the side for my cell phone.
It really is impressive. I mean, I'm just
cute.
Saying shit. We need to sell these.
I put a little raccoon tail on there so it had a little extra. Everybody needs a tail.
little flair.
And everybody needs a tail.
A little more flair, Peacock.
Literally, everywhere I went, I got all kinds of questions and compliments and, oh my goodness. And I was like,
that happens all the time, ma'am.
Leave me alone by
myself. Give her a new accessory for people to ask about. Ooh, what's that?
Yeah.
What you got over there?
In a room by myself with nothing to do. Yeah, exactly. Get myself in
Sewing
trouble.
machine, I will whip something up.
I know, yeah. I have been whipping something up.
Yeah, you have.
I know. I've been sewing some curtains for Thelma, which is my little bus that at the resort, which is a little house.
They rented it for the first time. People stayed in it for the first time.
Yes, they did, and they absolutely loved it. Nick got a cute little video of them walking in there, and it's not 100% done because I happened to get a little dose of food poisoning, and then a baby came, and all kinds of, I mean, you know,
all in the same
all at
48
one time.
hours.
Like, how does that even happen? So, yeah, in the midst of trying not to shit myself and have a baby and a grandbaby and not for trying to figure out what the hell's really going on.
What do I do?
And sew some curtains at the same time. But, yeah, it's
I got this.
It's really stinking cute. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really cute.
They did turn out really cute.
Yeah.
We need like the little PowerPoint where we can be like, let's show
We do,
them.
so we can show. Yeah, we talked
show
about
them.
that, so we can show some pictures of the curtains. But I did like, so when I got the material, and you know me, I asked Nick, and I was like, what do you think about this? And she was like, I ain't seeing it. I was like, perfect.
That's like, exactly what I'm going for.
What do you mean? And I said, because if I would have said, do you see what I'm seeing? And she would have said, oh yeah. And I would have been like, shit.
Did it wrong.
It's all wrong. I got to start. That's it. I'm starting over. We're going back to the drawing board, which I don't have a drawing board because it's all in my head, which is crazy as all get out.
It's a big drawing board.
It's a very big drawing board, and no one wants to get in there. But I was thinking, no. If you get this, then I'm not doing what I do. I'm not doing my job.
Clearly.
Yeah.
My creative.
And then when I finished the first set of curtains, of course, I layered it up and I did a checker, like your red and white. It
looks like things that don't go together.
Yeah. Red and white gingham check in a very hippie, old, rusted out bus that we gutted and turned it into a house. And then I take gingham check with paisleys and all kinds of, and then I stuck some lace on it.
Oh, yeah. It's real cute.
And then, yeah, Nick was like, I just do not see this. And I was like,
wait till I get it in there. You're going to love it.
This. Yeah. Yep. So now she's got she's figured it out. Because if she says, oh, I see exactly what you're, I totally get it. I understand. And I'm just like,
nope.
God,
rip it up.
I'm failing. I'm totally failing at my job. Yeah. So I'm super excited.
I'm an artist.
I know. I'm a weirdo. That's what I am.
There it is.
I'm
there
a complete
it is.
Weirdo.
Keep your weirdo.
Yeah. So what's going on this week?
This week, well, let's see. I'm trying not to think about work. So, that's all I have. Got the big kid in camp. Got the little kid in camp. I got some.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So we have some days off.
I'm telling you.
What are we doing tomorrow?
Work.
You just said you weren't thinking about work.
I am not thinking about it, but I do have to work.
Here comes the tears again.
Friday, I'm closing ceremony.
Oh yeah, boo-hoo.
Yeah, but it's nice. I mean,
nothing really going on. Just work tomorrow.
Yeah,
I gotta sew.
So
I gotta sew.
So what?
So what? I gotta sew curtains. I gotta finish them. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got everything cut out. I just gotta get behind the machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is already the middle of July, girl.
I do not know.
You got a birthday coming up.
Oh shit.
There it is.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
Oh, I know. This is Harold's big 8-0.
Ooh, we're gonna have to put something on the calendar.
Lord.
We gonna have a party for him?
Well, I guess we gotta wait and see what's happening with this.
They let him out of rehab,
and they let him out of the pen.
Got people on lockup.
I don't know. He says he's been being good. I don't know.
Well, with the diabetes, we probably shouldn't get him no cake, but
yeah, the diabetes. The diabetes.
Okay.
Well,
we
could probably slip him in like a little cocktail or something.
I mean, I don't know if I got a badge that works over there.
I bet we could. Nick, we need a badge.
Whip it up
for the other facility.
Falsifying credentials.
Yeah.
That's in someone's strength list.
Is that how much trouble do you get him for that?
I don't know. Hopefully not much.
Find out.
Hopefully we don't find out.
Remember the SOs that I said were my friends? Yeah.
Yeah. Remember them?
Yeah.
We got a picture with the goat.
Oh, that are so mad about it.
They're grown men. I mean, they
get over it.
They're secretly excited. Like, I'm going to show this to my wife.
You know they did.
And my daughter.
Are you going to send me the picture, Tiffany?
Yeah, send it to me.
No, I'm not. I'm going to tell them that y'all are liars.
Look on the website.
Yeah.
You're probably on there.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to find it. You're going to have to wait for the show to episode. The show to episode. What does that even mean?
I knew what you meant.
Oh, see?
Exactly.
That's exactly
we just keep it going.
That's why we're besties, because you understand. Like when I say you need to piddle.
It doesn't matter if it makes sense. If I know what it means, we just carry on. You don't got to explain yourself. Like, did you hear what I said?
And we move on.
Episode.
Yeah, episode. Yes. Well, today was good. It was fun.
I'm glad to be back.
I am so grateful that you did everything that you did for baby Drake, and she is good. She is just, y'all.
She has arrived.
She has the cutest cheeks you've ever seen, and I just cannot wait to see her little spitfire.
I swear a dimple already.
Oh, yeah. Totally. It's going to happen. Yeah. Gage had one for a long time. He kind of grew out of it. But he still has. But he's got that, narrow jawline.
Oh, he got the jawline. That's for sure.
Yep, he does. He
Rock
does.
that.
Yeah. But those see-through blue eyes.
Trouble.
That dark hair. Riley and I were talking about, because Riley's got blonde hair. And
the baby has dark hair.
She's got dark hair. And Riley said, no, she had dark hair too. I think she's going to keep the dark hair. All mine have got that dark hair.
And get that baby blues.
Oh, yeah. Because they both got those see-through baby blue eyes.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Woo!
Coming soon. So
she is going to be a little rock
we
star.
wrote down the date for the Good Fest.
Good Fest, August 4th. Yes, and we will have all the information. Corey's going to come hang on the porch.
Explain a little more about that.
And hang on the porch with Corey too. That's going to be really fun because you're such a big help with that whole deal too. And anybody that's local, you guys want to help and pitch in, feel free to like, comment, share.
Get in touch.
Get in touch with me.
Make a donation or come and play.
My cell's plastered all over the place. You can always call the resort. You can call any of our liquor stores. You can call any of the businesses. And
say, I want to help.
Yes, if you guys want to help, it's gonna be great. August 4th. Let's show this little 12-year-old what we can do, and let's raise the roof. Let's raise some money for this kiddo.
Amen.
For this kiddo and do what we know how to do best. And so I'm super excited about it. So
I love that.
Yeah. And I've got the big birthday coming up. July 17th. I will be working as always.
You're welcome to come visit.
Y'all can come have a cocktail with me. Some Hampton water. You guys know about our Hampton water.
Can we work the bar with you for your birthday?
Yes, come please. You've got your license.
I do.
You do have
I'm
your
legit.
TABC license. You do.
Gypsy River shirt.
Yes.
Talking shit.
Come have some of our frosés, man. I have
My
slayed
favorite
that
job.
recipe. I've got that recipe down so good. It is so good. The frosés were flying off the shelf this weekend.
And I was never a rosé girl, just like you said when you did your. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll taste
Hampton
it, and I'm like,
is
oh shit,
real.
It's good.
It is so good. And you know what's crazy? And I mean, even so many men are like, yeah, rosés. Yeah, I don't
for
give a
girls.
shit. If you want to hold your pinky up, hold your pinky up. Be confident in your manhood.
You should
Come
hold
on.
your pinky up.
You should hold your pinky up. I don't give a shit. Hold your middle finger up. I don't give a damn. But you got to try this stuff. It is ridiculous. And the frosés are off the charts. And the amount of men that come because they love my frozen margs down there are like, what is this frosé? It is phenomenal. And I've got the recipe down. Yeah, because we kind of been making and creating my own little vibe down there.
Imagine my surprise.
My machines are so big, so the recipes that they have come up with, I kind of got to get
calculation.
And of course,
need a math teacher?
I'm going to be. Let me lick it and see. Oh yeah.
I need a little more.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah.
A little more vodka.
I know. I had one of my customers that I got those little cups so they'd try it, and I took a drink and I said, "Try it. It's really good." And he was like, you're just gonna try it first?" And I was like, "Well, I had to make it. Gotta
make sure it's not poison.
I gotta make sure it's." Yep, this is it. Try it. It's so good. Yeah, it's amazing. It's really, really good.
Well, you cook like that too, so
I love to cook.
There you go.
I gotta
How do you make that? Well, I just throw a bunch of shit.
I do. Yeah.
I need instructions. You know, we got different
this. You got a little of that. You gotta throw a little of this, and then it just turns out. Yeah, and if it don't, add a little more. You can't take away. You just got to add more. That's right. And there's nothing wrong with an extra splash.
Oh, no.
Whatever. Yeah.
Throw a little extra splash in your life.
Bam. Yeah. You got to throw a little. Yeah. Oh, I need to. There we go. That's going to be my.
Write it down.
That's going to be my something for next week. My word of the day next week is going to be an alternative to bam.
Okay.
Start
happen. Thinking of them.
It'll happen. And it'll probably be when I'm pissed or when I want to boop somebody.
And then I was like,
bang! And then, that's how it's going to go down. I thought about it. Yeah.
Found my word or it found me.
One of the two, but we came up with some good shit.
Hell yeah. That's what we do.
Yeah. It was good hanging. I wish we didn't have to go.
I kind of want a frosé now.
I do too. Maybe we should take a roadie.
Ooh, I like this game.
take a little drive, take Steiner for a little trip.
Hell yeah.
Go have us a frosé. I got a bunch of our guests are down there right now. In fact, they messaged me earlier. Said, hey, you going to come out and have a cocktail with us later? We just might do that.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. It's still early.
I'm free till 6. That's a wrap. We gotta go.
We gotta go. Hey, we got plans. See how things just happen?
Frozen.
We gotta go.
My name.
We're running off the porch, y'all. Hey, we love y'all. Like, share, follow. Can't wait to see you guys next week.
Come on back.
We got some good stuff. Love y'all. Take care. Bye.